Hey everyone, it's Cece, and today I'm kind of going to give you a demo and my little review on the Tarte Clay Stick Foundation Stick. This came to me with my purchase of the QVC TSV Tarte Good For You Glamour. And so far on my face, I got interrupted. I was going to show you, but I have used the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. Really a favorite product of mine of all time. And then I used the Becca Backlight Perfecting Primer. So this is giving my skin a luminous glow, maybe a little pearl-like finish right now. And this came to me in that set with this brush, which is a great brush. It's got a slight angle, if you can see. It's dense. It's really, it's a nice brush. Nice handle, kind of pretty heavy. And then there's a similar one, actually, which is much lighter, that came in the Christmas kit last year from Tarte, which look like this. And I've used both of those brushes with this, but I don't like the brush with it. I like a beauty blender. I'm going to try out brushes with my other foundations as well, but I really like the beauty blender with everything I use, so that's what I do. But I'm going to just show you kind of what I do here. And at first I just really honestly wasn't sure about this foundation because of the brush. I felt like the brush really had it emphasizing my pores, especially my nose, even though I generally don't put a lot or any foundation on my nose. It was getting into like the crevices here in the corner. It was just not sitting right to even to begin with. And it wore okay, but it just was not sitting right to begin with for me. And I like using it with this Becca Backlight Perfecting Primer. I think it is holding really well throughout the day, and I think it's looking really good throughout the day. I'd like to real quick mention, that on my eyes today, I am using the NYX Happy Birthday palette that came from Ulta as a birthday gift. You guys, I love this palette. This is something else I really love. I don't even think I own one drugstore product that I use in my collection. I mean, I don't think I could find you a drugstore product in here anymore. I've had some. I worked at Walgreens for a short time, and I would pick up stuff. Oh, nope. The Jordana lip liners. Those are my drugstore product. And I probably have a couple lipsticks, mostly Revlon, but I found the quality of those as like holding up product didn't last very long. I'm going to take a quick look in my mirror over here. Just to make sure that what I'm telling you is kind of what's really happening. But really just bouncing this on my face makes it work perfectly. Next I'm going to use the Yves Saint Laurent Touche Éclat. I find I can use quite a bit of this product and it doesn't build up. I like to use it a little bit here, kind of on those 11s. I like to just bring a little bit of light, even though this color isn't super light on my skin. I think it blends in really nice. Kind of brings a little bit of light. I really don't need a concealer beyond that today, I don't think. It's a pretty thin product. I'm sure a lot of you already know that. But it really just does work for me pretty well. I just love how I don't like thick foundation, and this clay stick is not thick. I've used this probably about 6 times, and I just want to show you how many. Maybe, I bet I've used it 8 or 9, maybe 10 times actually. But it was definitely to the top because even though it wasn't pushed up. Some got in the cap as I opened it. It was already in there. So it's very full product. I think it was like 0.3 something ounces. 3.2. I can see that. But if I wanted to, I could do. I like to add to my cheeks. I think anywhere else, any foundation that I use, I don't really tend to use any extra on my T-zone. But just to get a smoother appearance, I will use it on my cheeks. Just blend it in with that sponge, I think. Beauty Blender really works well. Back to this palette, I just wanted to show you the colors because I think this is absolutely gorgeous. And I filmed myself doing this eye look, but I don't think I'm going to post it. I don't think it was good enough. So I wanted to just share this palette with you and share, my thoughts on it. This palette blends well, works well. There's 4 mattes in there. 1, 2, 3, and this cream is matte. The rest are shimmery shades. The shimmers are, look at my lids. That green shade on my lid are absolutely gorgeous. I started with, let's see, this beige shade in the crease. I think that kind of gave it a grungier, more blended out look. Went into the orange shade, green on the lid. I went with this on the outer corner and under my lower lash line. And then I deepened the, crease below the orange. And then deepened up with the deep brown. And I think it really, brow bone in the inner corner right here, the shimmery white. But I really think, I love it. I love that palette. This color right here is like perfection. Just wanted to go with something else. But it wears well, blends well, looks beautiful. And I just kind of wanted to give that a mention. I've been wanting to do a video, and then I did a video, and it didn't turn out very well. I don't need an under eye setting powder with that Touchy Clot, but I am going to grab the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. And the brush I use with it is also from IT Cosmetics. I like a lot of IT Cosmetics face brushes. Honestly, I really don't set my cheeks, just my T-zone. And I think this foundation works pretty well. I've used I would say very little powder, but I'll go over my cheeks real quick. And that's really it. I don't use, I've heard that you're supposed to, so that, the products, you have a cream, now you need to put a powder, so the powders will fit on there. But I don't know, I think that this is a good look. And I think that, the coverage is probably medium on this. Just a nice medium coverage. Shoot. And, I love this little brush from Sephora for being a Rouge member this year for a little bit of contour. This is a Tarte palette. Don't be afraid to dazzle. I love the contour shade. I think it works really well. I'll just pull a little bit of that under my chin. A little on my forehead. Tiny bit on my nose. I do wear glasses, so obviously my nose really isn't anything I need to be too precise with. I'm going to bring in that Hourglass palette again because that has been my blush of choice. I'm going to use the center shade. And I'll just move things around in here. I can't find anything. Well, this is a nice blush brush I haven't used in a while. Ooh, that picks up quite a bit. Just so glowy and pretty. Oh, I did kind of forget bronzer, so we'll use this bronzer. Because I'm very, very fair skin, even though that's light and not fair, I want to mention that. I do feel, I don't know, I might be wrong on this, but I feel like a little bit of a color, a little bit of a deeper bronzer, or not bronzer, but blush, really helps awaken my skin. That's kind of what I like to do. Some people might disagree with me, but I think it, I think it matches with the eyes. I think something too pale a lot of times will, kind of disappear into my skin, won't be enough. I like a deeper or a brighter shade, and so a palette like this gives me both, and I just really love it. I don't apply a lot, but I do love using those shades. I knew that was going to happen. A little bit of the highlighter from this palette, and we're done. Except for lips, and I'll just put a little lip gloss on for you guys. I have a little bit of an allergy attack right now, but I wanted to show you the finished look. I think it's really nice. It's everyday. I didn't have to use really any concealer, and I have a couple, deeper spots here. I'm not really worried about covering things up, but I'm worried about, I think a foundation for me helps control oil a little bit. I think it, evens my skin out, makes me look a little prettier. Just simple kind of everyday makeup, even if I am going with a little bit of a darker eye. And I'll probably put on a lipstick later, but I think it just brings the look together. And I think that this Tarte clay stick is a really good product. And did I show you the cap? But I think it's a really nice product. I think it wears well, and I think it applies easily. I don't have to put any on my hand and then dab it on my face or anything like that. I think I'm really surprised, but I think that it's a really great product, and something I'm really happy to have. I was a little skeptical. I didn't like it with the brush. I love it with the Beauty Blender, and I think it is working really, really well for me. I think it's, kind of becoming a favorite of mine. It would not be with a brush, but with a sponge, it works perfect. And there's nothing wrong with this foundation at all. Yeah, I think it's a really good one. So thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. If you have any questions about this, QVC I know only had 4 shades. I think there's quite a few more because a lot of the big influencers got big packages of them. But I think it's a really good foundation, and if you can ever get it in a set, I would definitely do that. Thanks for joining me. Please comment below, ask me any questions, and subscribe.